Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, this is EAJ-Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Eskow.
Doing bad time. Doing bad time. Got myself a problem.
from San Diego. It's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What in the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann.
Welcome to Sports World Radio, everybody. I am the host, Jeff Ascow. We got a jam-packed show for you guys today. I say that every day, but it's true. Yes, we do. It's going to be a lot of fun here on Sports World Radio for a jam-packed 2 hours. 6 o'clock on the east, 3 o'clock on the west, and if you live in the central...
If you live in the central, you got to figure it out for yourself.
Same thing with you people in the mountain time over there. SportsWorldRadio.com is the place to listen to the show. If you want to come out and hang out in our chat room with us, we're over at Spreaker.com. That's Spreaker.com. Head on over there. If you don't have a free account, get yourself an account. It's free. Then just type in Sports World Radio, all one word, and you'll be heading right over. The show will pop up at the bottom of your screen. Hit play. Then over on the right-hand side, hit the heart button. And then right next to the heart button is the bubble button. Click the bubble button, open up the chat room, and you're all set to go. That's how you get into the chat room. If you want to give us a call at 619-663-3715, that's 619-663-3715 is the number to get in touch with Sports World Radio, Sean and myself. Head on over to Facebook and like our Facebook page at facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. And while you're doing that, you might as well head on over to Twitter and follow us on Twitter as well at twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. Just type Sports World Radio on Yahoo, Bing, or Google. You'll find me. Trust me, I'm all over the freaking place. With all that out of the way, what do you say? Hey, we bring in our co-host, Sean Mann, the update man. What's going on there, buddy?
I'm doing good, Jeff. Welcome, everybody, to Sports World Radio on this Friday, October 10th, 2014. It's 6:06 p.m. on the East Coast, which makes it 3:06 p.m. on the West. Actually, 6:07 p.m. East, 3:07 p.m. West. Weather right now, been warm like it has been throughout the whole week. Back in the 70s, like 75 degrees right now out here in the land of potatoes. Hayden, Idaho, Coeur d'Alene, you got it. How are you, Jeff? And how's everything out in San Diego?
There's only two things that come out of Idaho. They don't call it sunny San Diego for nothing. It's beautiful out here. It's gorgeous. It's actually kind of comfy outside today. I just turned the air conditioner on. What did I say to you? Ooh, it's a little chilly in here, right? 15 minutes
it's
later.
Chilly, but you like it.
Yeah, but 15 minutes from now, I'm gonna be hot like it's a sauna, man. So hey, you win some, you lose some. But it's gorgeous out here in San Diego. That's excuse me. That's why I live here in San Diego. That's why it's called sunny San Diego. That's why I live here, because it's sunny all the time.
You don't miss the land of misery at all.
No, I don't miss that. I don't miss the East Coast. In fact, I'm going back to the East Coast on November 5th through the 13th. I'm going back for a class reunion. 30 freaking years since I seen those people, man. How about that? That's pretty crazy, huh? That's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. So we're taking November 5th through November 13th off. There'll be no Sports World Radio for 7-8 days. I'm taking a little vacation. A few people don't like it. Tough crap. I've been doing this show for 12 years. I think I've taken one vacation in 12 years. I'm taking another one, okay?
You've earned it. Go ahead and have a good time.
Okay, so before we get started with the show, I'm about to blow the show right to hell.
Yeah, you had something you mentioned to me before we went on the air.
A friend of mine on Facebook who will rename nameless put a post out there that says, Man, oh man, Manny Pacman versus Floyd Money. Damn, oh damn, please make this happen. Biggest fight of the last 10 to 15 years, maybe 20. Well, I hate to tell you something. That fight should have happened 5 to 7 years ago, and Floyd is afraid to fight Manny Pacquiao because Manny Pacquiao has done everything Floyd has asked him to do. Pacquiao says he'll take less money. Pacquiao says he'll do the drug test. Pacquiao said he'll do this. Pacquiao said he'll do that. And Floyd Money, man, who I can't stand, still will not fight Manny Pacquiao. He's afraid of Manny Pacquiao because he knows what's going to happen if he fights Manny Pacquiao. He's going to lose. That fight ain't going to happen. And that fight should have happened 5 to 7 years ago when they were in their prime. Now they're two old ratting bastards. I mean, it's still going to be a good fight, but still, come on. You know, he's afraid of him. And you want to know something? If that fight does happen, I can guarantee you the Friday before that fight, we will have HBO's boxing judge, Harold Letterman, on the show to talk to us about that fight. If that fight
Harold
happens.
Letterman, he came on a bunch of times.
Yes, he's been on the show many times for Pacquiao's fight and Floyd's fight and all that. If they fight against each other, I will get him on the show, and we'll get him on for a good half hour. And we'll have you guys ask questions and all that. It'll be a lot of fun if that fight happens. I don't think it's going to happen because I think Floyd is afraid of Manny Pacquiao. My opinion. So I just wanted to start the show off with that. So there you go. What else you got for me, pal?
We got a lot of stuff to get to on this Friday of Sports World Radio. We start in the National Football League. The mayor of L.A. says NFL, quote, finally interested in Los Angeles. And what's been kind of the big story that you and I have talked on from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
In the strongest terms yet about the prospect of luring professional football back to Los Angeles, Mayor Eric Garcetti says an NFL team is, quote, highly likely to come to the city in the next year.
Yeah, it's going to be the freaking Raiders.
I agree.
It's going to be the freaking Raiders. And they're going to stick them right next to the Staples Center in L.A. That's where it's going. So get used to it, my friends. It could be, hey, for all I know, it could very well be the freaking Chargers.
I don't see the Chargers moving out of San Diego, but with the Oakland Raiders, yes.
Well, I hate to tell you something,
that's going to anger Oakland Raider fans again to see them move to L.A., just like what happened in the 1980s. And they were there from the decade of the 80s all the way to 1994. And that was the same year that the Los Angeles Rams moved to St. Louis in 95. So 1994 is when L.A. said goodbye to two NFL teams. They haven't had NFL franchise since Raiders and Rams left after 94 season.
It's either going to be the Raiders or the Chargers, and the Chargers are having a problem down here in San Diego right now, trying to get a new stadium. And they can leave anytime they want, Qualcomm. They can leave anytime they want now.
Be very receptive to that idea.
Now it's in their contract. They waited so long, the Chargers. They can leave Qualcomm and go anywhere they want, anytime they want now.
On Friday, the Los Angeles City Council's Economic Development Committee considers a 6 months extension of an agreement with developer and Schultz Entertainment Group to find a NFL team to play at a downtown stadium.
It's going to be the Raiders or the Chargers right next to the Staples Center, because I've already seen the diagrams for it. Right next to the Staples Center. Hey, really quick, while we're talking football, really quick, okay, I'm looking at our fantasy football pick'em league.
Mm-hmm.
I moved up one spot. I'm one spot behind you now, you freaking hump. You're in 7th. I'm in 8th. Nikki is in 10th. And Rat Bastard, who's Andrew, you stink. You're in 16th. Ha ha. Mustang Dan is in 15th. Kenny C's in 14th. West moved all the way down to 13th. Yeah, I like to see that. Des Dispenser, Nick, moved all the way down to 12th. Double A is in 11th. I'm beating them all now. The only people in front of me is Schmedley, Frank, Josh, Adrian. the important people. Renegade's in front of me still. The Grape Ape. Gio's in front of me still. I'm only 2 points behind you and Gio. I'm only 5 points behind Adrian, so here I come, boys and girls. Get ready for it. I told you, I gave you people enough advantage in the first week. Now I'm coming.
The 2-year-old deal, going back to it with Los Angeles, is scheduled to expire next week. Under the terms of the extension, the AEG officials would have until April to find a team, according to a report released Thursday. Jeff, as you pointed out, it would be either the Chargers, the Raiders,
It's going to be
Rams,
the Chargers
maybe.
or the Raiders.
I don't think so.
It's going to be the Chargers or the Raiders, and the reason why I say that is because the Raiders won out of Oakland. They won out of that freaking stadium. And the Chargers can leave whenever they want, even though I think now they're starting to make a push for here. They're starting to make a push to build a new downtown stadium right next to Petco.
If the company lands a team, it would likely receive an additional 6 months, or until October 16th, 2015, to finish negotiating a 3-party agreement involving AEG, the city, and the NFL, the Times said.
Mm-hmm. I still say it's only going to be 2 teams. I don't care what anybody says. I still say it's only going to be 2 teams.
So they have a lot of stuff to work out. The LA City Council, the economic development, the stadium. You've already seen pictures of it already, Jeff. So we know that by this time next year, when we're doing NFL Real Talk on
Tomorrow,
we'll be mentioning and we'll be calling them LA Raiders or possibly LA Chargers.
Yes, and tomorrow is our NFL Real Talk show. Join us tomorrow, 9 o'clock on the East, 6 o'clock on the West, for nothing but NFL talk, for NFL Real Talk, and we'll be making the rest of our picks for the rest of the NFL games for Week 6, correct?
That is correct,
It's Week
Jeff.
6
Week
already?
6.
It's Week 6 already?
NFL's flying by fast. It always starts slow, but then it just picks up. It goes faster and faster and
Week
faster.
freaking 6 already we're going into. Unstinkunbelievable. So let me ask you a question since we're talking NFL. I'll tell you what. We're going to run to a quick break, okay? On the other side of this quick break, we'll come back, and we'll talk about the NFL game from last night. You're listening to Jeff Esco and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Stay fire safe this winter. Turn portable heaters off when you go to bed or leave the room. Keep anything that can burn at least 3 feet away. Plug portable heaters directly into wall outlets. Inspect and replace damaged cords, broken outlets, or loose connections. Use portable heaters with an automatic shutoff so that if they tip over, they turn off. Only use portable heaters approved by a recognized testing laboratory. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Be fire safe during the holidays. Only use decorations that are non-flammable or flame retardant. Check holiday lights each year for frayed wires or excessive wear. And do not link more than 3 strands. Never leave a burning candle unattended. Consider using battery-operated flameless candles which look and smell like real candles. If your celebration includes a natural tree, keep it away from any heat source or exit. Water your tree daily to keep it from becoming dry. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov. This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you leave the room or go to bed. Make sure all vents are clear of snow and ice to allow carbon monoxide to vent outside. Have your furnace, heating system, and chimneys serviced each year by a qualified professional. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow New Way to Workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com, 6 o'clock p.m. on the East, 3 o'clock p.m. on the West. And if you live in the Central,
figure it out for yourself.
Figure it in short, sweet, and right to the point, huh, buddy?
Rock on.
Okay, so before we left and go to break, I teased you guys and let you know we're going to talk about the game from last night. Now, normally on a Thursday night game, and I've been pushing this and telling you guys this every day on the show, the Thursday night games normally have producing a deficit or a margin of 29 points. But last night's game wasn't like that, was it? It was 33-28. At one point, it was 24-0. And I said, oh no, here we go again. And I really didn't watch the game last night. I was going back and forth on some stuff. Every time I clicked over to the game, Indianapolis had the ball. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, I didn't actually, actually, you know what? I watched just a few seconds of the game, and it was 24-7, Jeff. And I thought, like you said, here we go again. Same result, same blowout and stuff like that. And I know people were posting on Facebook. I saw it too. They said, boy, it sure is boring that these Thursday night games are just nothing but blowout games.
Yeah.
And it's just becoming something that we don't really care about.
Nobody wants to watch that crap.
But it got interesting. Andrew Luck for the Colts, he was 25 of 44. He passed for 370 yards, 3 touchdown passes, 1 interception. Ryan Fitzpatrick, 15 of 23, 212 yards, 1 touchdown pass, and no interceptions. So it's just amazing when you think about how the Colts got off to a big lead and almost let this game slip away, but they held on and got it done.
And you would figure, with the stats you just reeled off, you would figure, I know you know the answer to this, so don't answer it. With the Indianapolis Colts winning and the stats that you just reeled off, who do you think has the higher quarterback rating? Don't say
Andrew
it, Sean.
Luck.
Andrew Luck, right? You would think Andrew Luck would have the higher quarterback rating, correct?
Yes.
Well, you'd be wrong. You would be wrong. Ryan Fitzpatrick's quarterback rating for that game last night, 109.3. Andrew Luck's quarterback rating for that game last night, a 97.7. It's a big difference, eh?
It is a big difference from that stat that you just read there,
And Luck,
Jeff, on the air.
And Luck threw for 370 yards. And Fitzpatrick, who looks like Grizzly Adams, threw for 212 yards.
Or from Duck Dynasty.
But Luck had 3 touchdowns compared to 1, but Luck also threw 1 interception where Fitzpatrick didn't throw any. And they both had a fumble in last night's game. So I was shocked to see that. I was pretty shocked to see that.
I was shocked, too, that the Texans had come back and made a game. And I said, oh, come on, Colts, I need you to win so you can hold on and get that point for me. Because I know that we all picked Indianapolis.
Oh,
I don't
how many
see anybody
people?
who picked even the Houston Texans from our pick'em.
Nobody picked the Houston Texans from our pick'em?
Not that I know of. You picked the
No,
Colts.
one-armed Gary picked them.
Oh, one-armed Gary did.
And Wes picked them.
Oh, yeah, and West did.
I'm looking right at it. Gary picked him and Wes picked him. Stoner Bob, Indy Hawks, and the Grape Ape did not make their picks for last night's game. Everybody else, besides the One-Armed Bandits and the GF6 show, picked Indy last night. I hate when that happens.
For the Colts to win this game, they moved to 4-2. They have won 4 straight games. Jeff, how big of a threat is the Indianapolis Colts? Can they have a chance to win this whole thing?
Okay, let me ask you a question. Nice picture, Nikki. Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the better team in the AFC right now?
To answer your question right now, I'm going to say San Diego Chargers.
I love you, man. I love you, man.
I can't be a homer just because I'm a Patriot fan. You have to speak as an honest sports journalist, and I have to say it right now. San Diego Chargers, after losing week 1 against the Arizona Cardinals, in my opinion, my personal opinion, are the better team in the AFC right now.
Okay, because I was watching a sports talk show that will remain nameless, Mike and Mike, this morning before I went to bed, and they were going Denver, San Diego, Indianapolis. And I'm like, but what? Denver lost to Seattle, San Diego beat Seattle. But then they also turned around and said Denver and San Diego played twice this year, and that'll play out by itself. And they're absolutely right. So,
and if I'm a Bronco fan, I start looking forward to that first game between the Chargers and the Broncos,
which
because
is in Denver.
It's one, it's the rematch of the AFC divisional playoff game, and 2, it's a totally different Charger team than what we saw last year.
And it's in Denver.
Right.
Hold on a second. We got a Nikki Shroud and a Nikki Boo 522. What the hell's going on here? That's the same person twice.
I don't know.
One's probably Dan and one's probably Nikki. That's husband and wife for people who don't know that. I think San Diego right now, and I know people are going to disagree with me, and you want to call me a homer, I don't give a flying fig Newton. Go ahead. I think San Diego's the better team in the AFC right now. We'll find out in a couple of weeks. Which team is better, because they're going to play each other in a couple of weeks. Right?
Right. I look at the Chargers' schedule right now in the AFC. So you got to move the Colts to maybe like number 4, number 3 in the AFC. I look at the Chargers. Okay, the first game they lost a heartbreaker to Arizona. That game they had in possession and control 17-6, but they let that one slip. They came back, won the home opener. They beat the Seattle Seahawks, the defending Super Bowl champions, 30-21. They go to Buffalo and beat a tough Buffalo Bills team. They had no problem against the Jaguars, no problem against the Jets. I believe they'll beat Oakland this weekend. They host Kansas City October 19th. That's going to be a big game. The Chiefs are kind of starting to play better. But I know all eyes, you will be watching, I will be watching, and everybody will be watching, is October 23rd when San Diego heads to Denver. That's going to be that right there very well could be the team that wins the AFC West, whoever wins that game. And right now, that's the way I look at it with the Chargers.
Coming up for the Chargers, they have at Oakland, home against Kansas City, at Denver, at Miami, and then home against Oakland. Okay. So right now, these 3 games, the Oakland, Kansas City, Denver, these next 3 games coming up, boom, bang, and boom. Because they're all AFC West division opponents, all 3 of them. That's going to tell you what's going on in the AFC.
Josh says, I'm not impressed with San Diego. They beat Buffalo, Jacksonville. They squeezed one out of Seattle and routed the Jets and lost to the Cardinals. Not a really good resume of teams they beat. I think the Broncos have been the best team in the AFC. I disagree with you, Josh.
Hey, Josh, that first game was against Arizona in Arizona, and they lost that first game. They haven't lost since week 1.
No,
Josh.
They haven't. The Chargers are the real deal, and that's why I think they are the better team. The Colts, I put them at number 4, Denver at number 3, and I put New England Actually, I put New England at number 3, and I'll put Denver at number 2.
And I hate to tell you something,
Bengals
but right
number
now, the Chargers are 4-1 and Denver's 3-1. So who's better?
Right now, the Chargers are.
Yes,
And
Denver had their bye already, and the Chargers haven't. But the Chargers are 4-1. Denver's 3-1.
And I'm sure after they lost the AFC divisional playoff game, 27-17 to Denver, I'm sure the Chargers were like saying, remember what that team did to you. And remember that Denver has been winning the AFC West since Peyton Manning has come to Denver. So they have remembered it perfectly well, and that they can say, let's challenge them. The Chiefs did for a while, but then they just quickly fell apart toward the end of last year, and then Denver was able to capture the AFC West division title. We know the rest from there.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun 3 weeks for Charger fans. Oakland, Kansas City, and Denver. And then you throw Miami in there, and then you got Oakland, then you got St. Louis, and then you got Baltimore, and then you got New England, and then you got Denver, and then you got San Francisco, and then you got Kansas City. So the back end of their schedule sucks too. It's tough. Okay? Look at this. Look at this for a second.
Look at it right now.
Oakland this Sunday, Kansas City, Denver. Okay? They should beat Oakland. Okay? They should beat Kansas City, and I'm hoping they beat Denver. They should beat Miami, and then they got Oakland again, and then they got St. Louis, and then the last 5 games is unbelievable. Baltimore, New England, Denver, San Francisco, Kansas City. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's a tough end of your schedule right there.
Yeah, I believe when you look at that bye when Week 10 comes, they'll beat Oakland. Chargers can beat Kansas City. Denver, we'll see. And I believe they can go into Denver. Remember, before we go to the second commercial break, last year, I know that was in the past, but the Chargers went into Denver and beat them on a Thursday night. They can do that again, and then at Miami. So if you look at the Chargers, they're 4-1. They take the next 4 games before that bye. The Chargers will be sitting at 8-1 overall.
Going into their bye week, and then they play Oakland right after their bye week. So they'd be 9-1 going into playing. They could be 10-1. They could be 10-1 going into the bottom half of their schedule. Baltimore, New England, Denver, San Francisco, Kansas City. How crazy would that be?
Denver, before we go to commercial break, you got to be concerned, and you better be ready to play the San Diego Chargers because they know how to play Peyton Manning tough. Ever since Manning came to the Broncos, San Diego has always given them some trouble. I've noticed that.
Let's worry about Oakland this week. We're gonna run to a quick commercial break. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think.
Synergistic integration.
Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2-hour sports talk on the internet. I guarantee it each and every Monday through Friday on SportsWorldRadio.com, 6 o'clock p.m. on the East, 3 o'clock p.m. on the West. And if you happen to live in the Central...
If you happen to live in the Central, figure it out for yourself.
I don't know if they can.
You had something that you wanted to bring up for a topic, Jeff. We talked a little bit for our commercial break about the Giants and the Eagles as we're 35 minutes past the hour.
Hey, Josh. That comment that you posted in the chat room there, I don't mind it at all because I'm not, per se, a Chargers fan. I'm more of a Giants fan than I am a Chargers fan. And I hate to tell you something. And Sean knows this because I said it on the air to him several times. I haven't shaved my face since the Giants started winning. Okay? I'm looking pretty freaking disgusting. Okay? I want the Giants to lose so I can shave, but I don't want them to lose. I want them to win. So, Browning bastard, are you here?
I did see Browning Master here.
You freaking Philadelphia Eagle fan, you? I haven't shaved my face since the freaking Giants started winning. I look freaking like Grizzly Adams. I look disgusting. I look like 100 years old because it's all gray.
Oh, Browning is here.
Okay, you ready to place a bet?
Now, that's what I was asking next. Is there a bet between Jeff, Browning, and AA for Sunday night's game?
You ready to place a bet, you rat bastard? I'm putting my facial hair up against anything you want. Let's go. Bring it.
And Josh, make sure you write this down for the bet there, buddy.
I'm putting my facial hair up against anything you want. I don't care. Look, every time I take a sip of drink, it just drips all over. It's disgusting. I got to use a straw.
Are you clear there is only one account me here, Jeffrey?
Yes,
That's what
I got you there, little girl. I understand. I can read.
Okay.
I got you there, little girly. Little girly. She thinks she's a badass because she's in 10th place in the league. I'm not going to be like Adrian. Why not?
Oh, that's what Browning replies.
Because Browning bastard knows I win all the bets. That's why.
Then maybe, okay, Browning, how about this bet with Jeff? Why don't you, Eagles win, Jeff has to wear a Philadelphia
No,
Eagles
I'm not wearing
t-shirt.
nothing. No, if the Eagles win, I'll shave my face. If the Giants win, you have to get a Giant shirt and wear it and put it on your profile page for a week.
Is
or
that
a
a
month.
deal there, Browning?
No, you have to put it on there until the next time the Giants and Eagles play.
Ooh, he wouldn't like that because he's got his LeBron James Cavalier jersey, and I saw it when I
don't
Skyped
care.
with him.
He's not a freaking Cavaliers fan.
He's a LeBron follower.
He's a LeBron James fan. He's not a Cavaliers fan. If LeBron James was playing for the Knicks, he'd be a Knicks fan, and I would not like that.
Oh, AA popped in. You win all the bets?
Oh, look. See, I knew it. I had a feeling he was in the house.
He just popped right in there. Welcome here, AA. Shout out to you there, buddy.
Hey, AA, you bald-headed fat bastard.
Oh, I
Okay?
can't wait for Sunday night. I am going to be thinking of Jeff and
I'm
AA
putting
and Browning the whole night.
I'm putting up my goatee up against whatever you got, buddy, so bring it.
You best retract that statement. That's what AA says.
I'm not retracting crap. I'm putting my goatee up against anything. Make the bet there. Make the bet there, AA. I'm putting my freaking goatee up against anything. I look like Grizzly Adams, man. It's disgusting. It is. I don't like it. But I haven't shaved since week 2. It's nasty. I could turn my camera on really quick for Sean to look. I don't want to scare him. I don't want to break the camera.
So, Jeff, you're saying okay, Jeff says he'll shave. Now, Jeff, Giants win on Sunday night against Philly. Double A has to do what?
I'm in, Double A. I'm not pussyfooting out. I'm in. I'm in. You want to put my beard up against it? Let's go, brother. If I win, you got to get a Giants t-shirt from shirtshopper.net and put it on your put it on your Facebook page and your Spreaker profile page for till the next time they play each other. Hey, Josh, you know what? I'm getting pretty close to that son of a bitch. I don't like it. It's nasty. I found freaking a piece of shrimp in there this morning that I had for dinner last night. How about that?
Double A, yeah. Come on, Double A. What's it going to be? Browning, are you in on the bet? Jeff loses the bet. He has to shave. Double A and Browning, you have to wear Giants T-shirts and you have to post it on. Oh, wait a minute. Andrews does say yes, 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 yes. LOL.
No, he's not. He's not in the bet. He would never do that. Are you in, Andrew?
Browning, are you in?
Browning, if you're in, you say yes. I'm in the bet. See, look,
Nope.
no bet. Sorry, Jeff. I told you.
I thought it
He's a
was
wussy.
yes, and you already agreed
No,
to that.
he's
Browning.
doing-
He's just trying
no,
to. I
he's
know.
doing-
He's
he's doing-
focusing
no.
on his LaBum following.
No, you're wrong, Sean. He's doing yes, yes, yes. That's a Daniel Bryant chant, a wrestler. Yes, yes. I know what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
I know exactly what he's doing. So, Double A, are you in? Come on, Double A. You wanted You wanted to make a bet. Let's go.
I refuse to pay money for Giants gear unless I'm wiping my.
You're a wussy.
Oh,
You're a
my
freaking
goodness.
wussy. That's what you are. Hey, come on. Josh bought a New York Knicks shirt when he lost his bet. You guys are a bunch of wussies. Hey, Sean, are you and I going to bet against the Charger New England game?
To answer your question, no.
Why not? We'll do a fun bet. Come on.
Like what?
Chargers win, you put on a Chargers shirt and make it up your profile page.
Oh, barf.
For a week. If the new Patriots win, I put a Patriots shirt on.
No, Jeff.
What? No. Look, see, you people are a bunch of wussies. Bunch
Look
of
what
wussies
Josh
I'm
says.
hanging
Yeah,
out with.
$26 for that darn freaking shirt.
Bunch of wussies I'm hanging out with.
Browning, why do you want me to do it? You're the one who refuses. You can't even agree with Jeff on a bet between the Eagles and the Giants. So don't give
That's
me that.
because, you know why? You know why these guys aren't betting? Because they
Why?
know that their team ain't going to win. They have, you know what? They're afraid because they're not positive their team is going to win. That's why. Because if they were really Philadelphia fans, if they were Philadelphia fans as much as I am a New York Giant fan, they wouldn't hesitate. They'd take the bet and wouldn't hesitate one bit.
Well, Josh, here's what he says. I would bet you, but the choke Giants aren't taking on the Bears this year.
I know that, Josh. Too bad. I understand that. I wish they were.
Hold it. I know exactly what will happen. I know we got to switch a little bit to NBA. I'm sorry for bringing it up, but the Bulls do play the Knicks in a few weeks.
But
that bet is going to happen there.
Yeah, but that's the beginning of the year. It doesn't freaking really matter. If they happen to meet in the playoffs, then we'll have something.
Josh hated having to wear that Knicks T-shirt. I saw that on.
You know what I'm
you
saying?
Look so nice, Josh, with that Knicks
Well,
T-shirt
he made the statement. I challenged him. I made the bet with him. He took the bet like a man. Like a man takes the bet because he was that positive that his team was going to do it. He was 100% sure because he's a Chicago Bulls fan, and I love him for doing it.
Double A probably says he doesn't want to bet against you because he says, it's a waste of time. He goes, look, I beat Jeff plenty of times already. It's probably a waste of my time. I don't want to bet with him because I always win.
Well, he doesn't give me a chance to get even, the rat bastard. Give me a chance to at least catch up. At least Josh is a man. He takes the bet.
I already have a bet in store with Josh for October 26th, that New England-Chicago game. I already got a wager with him.
See, if the Bulls and the Knicks happen to play in the playoffs, then we got something there. Oh, God. Are we going to Skippy World? I say
after the update, we got some Skip Bayless news.
Okay, after the update. No, don't refer to him like that on my show. After the update, we'll have our Skippy section. We'll have our Skippy segment where I'll rip that son of a bitch like there ain't no tomorrow just to get him to come on this show so I can rip that son of a bitch. And remember, ESPN, because I know you're listening, because you steal my shtick, you steal my freaking phrases all the freaking time because I see it on ESPN and I'm tired of it. So ESPN, I'm coming to New York November 5th through the 13th for my 30-year class reunion, you rat bastards. Send a limo to come pick me up. I'll come on any ESPN show, and I'll rip Skip Bayless, whether it be on the radio or whether it be on TV, and I'll have fun doing it. I challenge you, Mr. Skippy. And on that note, we're going to go to our first update of the day. This update is brought to you by ShirtShopper.net. Now, I know all you guys are sports fans in here, correct? So head on over to ShirtShopper.net. Take your tab. Put it over the sports tab. Take your cursor, put it over the sports tab. Drop down box will come. You'll have your choice between NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL. Pick your sport, pick your team, and get your team shirt today at ShirtShopper.net. Take it away, Sean Man, with the first update of the day.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. 46 minutes after the hour, here's the update for Sports World Radio. In the NFL, last night, the Indianapolis Colts, they have won 4 straight. They beat the Houston Texans 33-28. As week number 6 of the NFL is in full swing, starting this weekend. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, is the NFL Real Talk, and we'll be going over more of the action for week number 6 of the National Football League. In the NBA preseason games for tonight, 6 of them. It'll be the Wizards at the Hornets, Magic at the Pacers, Celtics at the Raptors, 76ers at Timberwolves, Thunder at Mavericks, and Nuggets at Suns. National Hockey League. 1 game for tonight. It'll be the Islanders taking on the Hurricanes. Tomorrow's action in the National Hockey League. Capitals at Bruins, Penguins at Maple Leafs, Canadiens at Flyers, Senators at Lightning, Mighty Ducks at Red Wings, Devils at Panthers, Hurricanes at Islanders, Rangers at Blue Jackets, Flames at Blues, Stars at Predators, Sabres at Blackhawks, Wild at Avalanche, Kings at Coyotes, Jets at Sharks, and the Oilers taking on the Canucks. Major League Baseball. Have you all been waiting for playoffs to start after a few days off? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's back. Tonight is Game 1 of the American League Championship Series between the Kansas City Royals and the Baltimore Orioles. Kansas City will be pitching James Shields on the mound to pitch Game 1 against Tillman of the Baltimore Orioles. The game time for this game is 8:07 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 5:07 p.m. Pacific Time. That's your update for Sports World Radio on this Friday, October 10th, 2014. The update was brought to you by ShirtShopper.net. After this update and commercial break, more sports talk with Jeff and Sean. Be right back.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Eskow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday on SportsWorldRadio.com. All right, Sean, where are we going?
The next one we get to for the topic, Skippy Bayless. Here we go. Skippy Bayless said today that the Cab Big Three remind of the Big Three of the Bulls when the Chicago Bulls had the second three-peat in the mid-'90s to late '90s.
What did he say?
Skippy Bayless said today that the Cavaliers' Big Three reminds me of the Big Three of the Bulls when the Chicago Bulls had the second three-peat in the mid to late '90s. Skippy Bayless said today the Dallas Cowboys remind him of Seattle of last year.
Oh, my freaking Lord! What the hell is he watching?
I don't know what he's watching. Because he's saying all week and into this weekend, the Dallas Cowboys will upset the Seattle Seahawks this weekend.
He's crazy, man. He pisses me off so much. He's so freaking annoying, it's ridiculous. You know that?
Going back to the game between Dallas and Seattle, Skippy Bayless said today that Tony Romo will outperform Russell Wilson.
Okay, Skip, now you're getting a little carried away. First of all, Josh, do me a favor. If you can, find out the quarterback grading for every game for the first 5 weeks for Wilson and for Romo, and then average them up and tell me who's better, please, if you can.
Stephen A. Smith said it will be Miami and Cleveland in the Eastern Conference Finals because he wants to see LeBron versus Miami, and he's LeBron's biggest supporter.
Yeah. Freaking moron.
Skippy Bayless said today, Thursday night football was fantastic and the best thing for the NFL right now.
Week 5 it is, right? No, week 6, right?
Yeah, he said it was the best thing for the NFL right now. That's what Skippy Bayless said.
Hey, Skip, 1 game out of 6 was really good, and you're saying that's the best for the NFL? 1 game out of 6 was close. The rest of them are a margin of 29 points, and you're saying that's good for the NFL? You are really as stupid as I think you are, aren't you? You really are an idiot, aren't you? How do you make the statement, Johnny Manziel is going to help the Cowboys get a Super Bowl, when he isn't even playing for the Cowboys? How do you make that statement, you jackass?
Well, there's more to that for this Seattle Seahawks Cowboy game in Seattle. I talked Stephen A. into giving me Cowboys plus 8 points for Seattle. If he loses, he wears a Romo jersey on air. My pick, Skippy Bayless says Cowboys 34, Seahawks 27.
You got Stephen A. Smith to give you 8 points?
Yes, that's a quote from Skippy Bayless.
I hope the freaking Seahawks win by 10. And then what does Skip Bayless have to wear when he loses? What
does not say.
What does he have to do? Say my Seattle Seahawks beat my Dallas Cowboys?
I'm sure that's probably what he would say.
Watch. If the Cowboys don't make it and Seattle does, all of a sudden he's going to be calling them my Seattle Seahawks.
Skippy Bayless said he's not impressed by Andrew Luck, and he's still butthurt that RG3 didn't replace Peyton Manning for his Indianapolis Colts. Oh,
my God. He's such an idiot. Why do you say stupid things like that, Skip? Hey, Skippy, you know, I said this yesterday. My friend had a dog growing up named Skippy, and that's what you remind me of. You know what? He just barked to bark for no reason at all. Skippy's kind of like the same way. He just says stupid things for no reason at all.
Skippy Bayless, he said his Kansas City Royals will unfortunately lose to the Baltimore Orioles. He said it's not their time yet, but it's a great story.
Does that make any sense? This is his statement. My Kansas City Royals will lose to the Baltimore Royals. Does that make the Baltimore Orioles? Does that make any sense?
No.
Would it make more sense if you said my Baltimore Orioles will lose to the Kansas City Royals? You're a jackass. Skippy, big. Hey, Skippy, do me a favor. Open up your mouth so I can shit in it. Because I'm coming.
Skippy Bayless said that the Colts will go down to his New England Patriots.
Oh, now they're his New England Patriots?
Yeah.
This guy changes his mind more than a woman changes her tampon when she's on her period. Unstinking. You know, eventually he's going to say and put your team there, my Colts, my Cowboys, my this, whatever he said. Eventually, he'll go through the whole NFL this season.
Skippy Bayless says that the Colts will never be a threat as long as Andrew Luck is their quarterback.
Oh, my God. I can't wait to see them win a Super Bowl before freaking Cowboys do. He really irks me, man. He really irks me.
Skippy Bayless said Eli Manning will slump at the end of the season.
He has to say that because of his Cowboys.
Yeah. And he says that his Cowboys remind him of Seattle of last year.
Oh. You caught me while I was taking a sip of iced tea. I almost freaking
threw up. Skippy Bayless says quarterback ratings don't matter anymore. Irrelevant stat.
You know who's irrelevant, Skippy? You, because you say the most stupidest things I've ever heard in my life. Hey, I have a Twitter account called Hate Skip Bayless. Go follow me on there. Skip Bayless, you are an idiot.
Josh, thank you. He got me the stats for the first 5 weeks. Oh, yeah, Skippy Bayless said this, too, before I get to the stats, and you'll write them down, Jeff. Skippy Bayless says that the Cowboys will be like the 80s 49ers and that Jason Garrett will be the next Bill Walsh.
Is he not a moron? Because I hate to tell you something. Hey, Schmuckola, Jason Garrett's not even running the offense. He's not even doing the play calling. What the hell is the matter with you? Holy freaking really? I'm right about that, right? even doing.
Garrett's not even close to being another Bill Walsh.
He's not
only
even
won one playoff game as coach.
And he's never won a Super Bowl. He's won one playoff game as a coach. Not only that, he's not calling the offensive plays. Moron!
Skippy Bayless says that Tony Romo is better than Roger Staubach and Troy Aikman.
Oh, my God! How do you say a moronic statement like that when Homo the Romo, or Romo the Homo, hasn't won a Super Bowl or let alone 2 playoff games? How do you make that statement? Huh? You're talking about Roger Staubach. Roger freaking Staubach. And Troy Aikman. Multiple Super Bowls. Multiple MVPs. Multiple this. Multiple that. What has Tony Romo done to deserve that? What? Huh? Won one playoff game since he's been a starter as the Dallas Cowboys quarterback? You are a moron!
Skippy Bayless says that David Blatt will be the next Phil Jackson.
You know something? David Blatt has never coached in the NBA. He's only coached in Jerusalem. He's never played in the NBA, I believe. Has no NBA experience. Has the best player in the NBA on his team. Does not mean he knows how to coach him the way he should be coached in the NBA.
And Skippy Bayless is saying that he'll be the next Phil Jackson or the next Red Auerbach. No chance in heck. Give me a break.
Hey, what are you going to say about David Blatt when he doesn't make it next year or the year after and they let him go? And I hate to tell you something, Skippy, and you know this as well as I do. If LeBron James and David Blatt don't see eye to eye, who do you think is going to go? Who do you think's going to go, Skippy? It sure as hell ain't going to be LeBron.
We're going to run to a commercial break, but I will say that he will come up with some other cheesy and lame excuse.
Sure as hell ain't going to be LeBron. If they don't see eye to eye and LeBron wants him gone, adios amigos, David Blatt. And on that note, we're going to freaking go to commercial break. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. FS Scout Sean Mann bringing you the fastest 2 hour of sports talk each and every day on SportsWorldRadio.com. Okay, so before we went to break, Sean was rambling about what Skippy was saying today, and man, what a bunch of freaking morons he is. I've never heard him say so many moronic things in my life in one day. Well, that's not true, I have. But he's got to stop that. Hey, don't forget the baseball game is on TBS tonight. For all you people who are going to be looking for it like me, I already know where it's going to be, so I'm ready to rock and roll. And ESPN, you want to invite me on Skip's show? Send your email to swrshow@gmail.com. I'm ready, willing, and able, ESPN. I'll be in New York from November 5th to the 13th. Just send a limo to get me. Send me an email. We'll cross all the I's and dot all the T's, or cross all the T's and dot all the I's, whatever the hell it is. Send your email to swrshow@gmail.com, and I'll spend time there teaching Skip on how a real objective reporter reports on sports news, not the way he does it, Homer boy. All right, so during the break, Josh went out and got the stats for the first 5 games, the QB rating for the first 5 games of Romo and for the first 5 games of Wilson. And during the break, I had Sean average out both of them. Are you ready, Sean?
I am almost ready. I got Romo's. Now I'm just working on Russell Wilson.
You're working on Russell Wilson's. Okay, so Romo's first 5 quarterback ratings for the first 5 games. Game 1 against San Francisco was a 60.8. Game 2 was a 93.5. Game 3 was a 116.9. Game 4 was a 137.4. And Game 5 was a 98. Russell Wilson's Game 1, 110.9. Game 2, 119.9. Game 3, 99.9. And Game 4, a 127.3. Sean, what does Romo's average out to?
His average goes to 99.68.
99.68. And what does Russell's average out to?
I'm just getting that right now.
You're just finishing it up right now. Well, I bet you, the way I'm looking at it, it's probably over a 99.8. It's probably more like a 100.7. Something like that. Right around there, I bet you. It could be
a little bit up on that, Jeff. It's actually, I've averaged it out. Russell Wilson's, out of these first 4 or 5 weeks, 114.3. And Romo's got a 99.68 in the first 4 or 5 weeks.
Hey, Skippy, you're wrong again. That's all. That's all I'm saying, Skippy. You're wrong again. And you know why? Because you couldn't do simple math, you jackass, before you opened up your mouth. You're wrong again. How about that? You're wrong again. And don't Seattle and the Dallas Cowboys have the same record?
Yes.
So, Skip, you're wrong. How's it feel to be wrong? How's it feel to be proven wrong? How about that? Pretty good, huh? Yeah, I know, because that's how I roll.
Dallas is 4-1. Seattle's 3-1. And I hope that Seattle smokes Dallas so then Skip Bayless can go right back in his hole, and then he's pretty quiet on Monday morning. But he'll come up with some cheesy excuse either way.
Oh, I'm sure he'll come up with some cheesy excuse. Because that's how he rolls. It's one excuse after another. Hey, Skip, you know what I think of excuses? Everybody's got them. They're like assholes. Everybody's got one. That's what I think of them, Skippy. And that's what I think of you. Just saying.
Skippy Bayless said this. He said eventually Russell Wilson will end up falling like Vince Young. The running quarterbacks are going to be a dying fad.
Hey, Skip. Here, I'm going to prove my point to you, and you're going to just have to shut up after I say this. Because you can't say anything else. How long has Tony Romo been in the league?
Tony Romo. Josh, you want to find that for me, please?
10 years?
I keep thinking since 03 or 04 he's been in the
10 years?
league.
Let's round it off. 10 years?
Probably 10 years.
Okay. Has one playoff win and no Super Bowl wins, correct?
Correct. The only playoff win was against Philadelphia, 34-14. That was back in January of 2010.
Watch this, Skip. How many years has Russell Wilson been in the league?
I don't know. I'm going to say and predict that he's been in the league 3 or maybe 4 years.
How many Super Bowls does he have?
1.
How come Tony doesn't have one and he's been in there 10 years?
Because he can't get the big wins and he can't get it done in the clutch.
Russell? Skippy? You're beating up somebody who's been in the league less time and has a Super Bowl than somebody that you're praising. And Tony Romo, who's been in the league for 10 years and has one playoff win.
And you're saying that's Skippy Bayless, that Tony Romo is better than Roger Staubach and Troy Aikman? What a joke.
That's stupid in itself. That's just, and you want to know something? Show me the stats that prove that. Skippy, show me the stats that prove that stupid moronic statement that you said. Show me the stats that prove that statement. You want to know something? You can't. You know why? Because there ain't none. Because Tony Romo's been in the league for 10 years, has one freaking playoff win.
In 10 years, you were correct, Jeff, and I was correct on the first answer with Russell Wilson. He's been in the NFL for 3 years.
For
Thanks,
3
Josh,
years, he's been in the NFL for 3 years, has more playoff wins than Tony Romo, and has more Super Bowl wins than Tony Romo. You are a jackass. Holy freaking how do you make those statements? Do you hear yourself speak?
Then he said this. He says, it's Dallas year. Skippy Bayless today said, it's Dallas year, and everybody will realize that Dallas is the real America team and not the Broncos or the Seattle Seahawks or the New England Patriots.
Prove it! You can't. You know why? Because you're blowing Jerry Jones. That's why. Get off Jerry Jones's cock already, will you? Start to be objective. Be a real reporter. Don't be a homer no more.
And then tells me exactly why he's a Dallas Cowboy fan, because he used to live in Oklahoma, and there's a lot of Dallas Cowboy fans in the state of Oklahoma.
And he grew up a Cowboy fan.
That's one of the big reasons why. If he likes the Cowboys, why don't you just leave ESPN and go work in Dallas?
He grew up a Cowboy. If you want to be a Cowboys fan, I got no problem with that. But you're supposed to be objective. You're a sports reporter reporting on national sports. You're supposed to be objective.
Not say my this or my that.
I grew up a Knick fan. I grew up a Giant fan. You don't hear me saying my Knicks and my Giants, and you don't hear me talking like, like you do about your teams. You know why?
Yeah.
Because I'm a national sports reporter, and I'm objective. I'm not like you, a homer. Knock it off. Unbelievable, man.
Josh he goes to that poll section once a week to get
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. He says the most moronic statements I've ever heard in my life.
Because he would probably say, because I'm Skip Bayless, I know everything, and I can say my this or my that because I know my sports. That's exactly what he could say.
No, you don't. I can guarantee. Have you ever paid for a ticket to go to a Cowboys game when you became a reporter? No, because you probably went to the press box. So therefore, they ain't your team.
And probably Jerry Jones is loving every minute of what Skip Bayless says.
Unstinkably. How does ESPN allow him to make moronic statements like that when Bill Simmons is actually speaking the truth and he gets suspended for 3 weeks? Huh?
Or even Stephen A. Smith, who got suspended a week by ESPN back in August.
How does that happen? How does something like that happen?
Know.
How do you let a moron like that on your airwaves? Huh? And I give so much props to Stephen A. Smith for putting up with that stupid moron. Please, ESPN, please send me an invitation to come on that show.
When you're in New York next month.
Yes, please. Send it to swrshow@gmail.com. Please.
On that note, we have to run to another commercial break.
I guarantee it'll be the best ratings you'll ever have all year long on that show. You're listening to Jeff Esco and Shawn Mann on
Sports World Radio.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Be fire safe during the holidays. Only use decorations that are non-flammable or flame retardant. Check holiday lights each year for frayed wires or excessive wear. And do not link more than 3 strands. Never leave a burning candle unattended. Consider using battery-operated flameless candles which look and smell like real candles. If your celebration includes a natural tree, keep it away from any heat source or exit. Water your tree daily to keep it from becoming dry. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov. This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you leave the room or go to bed. Make sure all vents are clear of snow and ice to allow carbon monoxide to vent outside. Have your furnace, heating system, and chimneys serviced each year by a qualified professional. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow New Way to Workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to I Hate Skip Bayless. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann here with you. Sports World Radio coming at you live each and every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. on the East, 3 p.m. on the West. And if you live in Essential, like Skip Bayless does,
figure it out for yourself. And I'm sure even Skippy Bayless doesn't even know what time it is anywhere.
He doesn't know what time it is in his own radio show. Welcome to I Hate Skip Bayless. Because I do. I can't stand him. And he's wrong. One of these days, I was telling Sean, hey, Josh, one of these days, I want you to produce a 2-hour Skip Bayless bashing show. Put all the stupid statements that he said in the past month, past week, I don't care. And we'll do nothing but bash him for 2 hours with all the stupid crap he says. And believe me, that's not enough time.
I hate Skip Bayless, realtalk.com. That's what Josh just said in the chat room.
Don't freaking start with me, dude. Don't make me build that website. Don't make me build that website.
And how he is basically the biggest homer I've ever heard of as a sports journalist ever.
Okay, I have to go check something.
So Romo's been here since 2004. I'm just looking
Romo's
it up.
been
And
there
usually
since
all of
2000.
his quarterback rating has always been in the 90s.
Romo's been there since 2004, right?
Right.
And Russell's been there for 3 years, right?
Yep.
Right? And he's got a ring already.
Yeah, Russell Wilson, 3 years, 1 Super Bowl ring.
And he's got a ring already. Right?
Yes.
How about that? What do you say to that? Because that's what I would say when he says that, you're kidding me. IHateSkipBayless.com is available. How about that?
Jeff against Skip Bayless. Wouldn't that be funny? Next month, all of a sudden, I see you on ESPN debating with Skip Bayless, and I'm like, uh-oh, watch out. Here we go.
IHateSkipBayless.com is available, Josh. No, I didn't do IHateSkipBaylessRealTalk.com. I did IHateSkipBayless.com. It's available. Look at Josh. Yes. Do it. I Hate Skip Bayless is available. I might just have to do it. RantOnSkipBayless.com. Oh, I like that one too, Josh. I like that one too. Let's see if that one's available. I like that one too. Rant on skipbayless.com. Search. And that one is available too. How about that? But I think I'll do IHateSkipBayless.com because I could connect it to my Twitter account. And we'll get tons of people, and I'll put nothing but videos of Skip Bayless.
New topic we got coming out, the NBA, of course, preseason. They were talking about this on ESPN. The beaches and the glamour of Rio de Janeiro haven't yet convinced LeBron James that he should come back into 2 years for a shot at a third Olympic gold medal. James has spent several days in Rio preparing for Saturday's preseason game against his former Miami Heat teammates.
Right. Yeah, that should be an interesting game. Remember, they can't do the three-finger deal when they put a three-pointer up. Remember that.
Yep.
Right? Because that means F you. Right?
Expletive, get busted by Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner.
Right. Correct.
And it's still interesting because there's been a lot of rumors and no reports that Chris Bosh has not spoken to LeBron James since June. And the NBA Finals loss for the Miami Heat against the San Antonio Spurs.
I think the San Antonio Spurs are going to win the whole thing again. Remember, we're going to do our NBA elimination game.
That's going to be fun. First
year.
Friday, which would be Halloween the 31st, right?
Yes, first Friday. Right. First Friday, which will be Halloween, 31st. And then we're going to miss the following Friday because I'll be in New York.
I'll have a whole new list typed out for our NBA elimination.
Right. We're going to miss the following Friday, and then the 14th we'll do 4 of them to catch up, okay?
Okay.
4 of them.
Sure.
Or we won't have to because it's a long season anyway.
Yeah.
We won't have
There's
to.
no
We'll
rush.
be fine. We'll be right. I wanted to do that with the NHL this year. But Josh wanted to do it differently, so we did it the way Josh wanted to do it.
Right.
This year we're doing the NBA elimination game. I don't care what he says.
Yeah, because Josh, Jeff, and I have done that like the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, I have fun doing that. I like that, you know. I do that. We can always save that for the last 15 minutes of Friday's show. You know, we do the Rat Bastard of the Week, which is coming up today, right? We got the Rat Bastard of the Week coming up today, which we do each and every Friday, correct?
Right.
At the end of the month, we'll do one Rat Bastard for the whole month, and I have a feeling who I think he's already going to be. So pretty much we got that all set. Josh, did you send the Rat Bastard of the Week to?
I got it.
You got him? You got the Rat Bastard of the candidates?
Yeah, I have the Rat Bastard of the Week.
You got the candidates, right?
Yep, he sent it to me.
All right, cool. That should be fun too. So we got that coming up in a little bit as well. What else you got for me, you Rat Bastard?
All right, so the NBA preseason going on tonight, Miami playing against Cleveland. Of course, that should be interesting, especially when their first matchup takes place. I believe it's Christmas Day between when LeBron makes his return back to South Beach. The other one that we have for Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football, says the NCAA should change the rules. Johnny Manziel built his brand and bolstered Texas A&M's by producing magical moments on the field and winning. He made the school money and feels college athletes should be getting paid.
Well, just because you think they should be getting paid doesn't mean they're going to. Just shut up. Hey, Johnny, you're not in college no more. You're in the NHL. You're in the NFL. Pay
Why don't you
attention.
just focus on yourself?
Exactly. Pay attention to the problems you have, like becoming a starter. Like becoming an NFL quarterback, because you're not an NFL quarterback, you're a backup.
Quote, people walk around on game days in brand new jerseys with tags on them, he said. You see it here in the NFL. Any sporting event, signatures and autographs are something that every fan usually wants, and it's really hard to decide when somebody comes up to you and asks you to sign if they genuinely want your autographs, are a diehard fan, or if they are going to take this back and sell it and try to make it for their own profit.
Hey, Johnny, it's not for you to figure out who's genuine when they ask for an autograph. Just sign it and move on. It's going to take 2 seconds out of your life. Sign it and move on. It's not for you to figure out if they're going to get your autograph and sell it on eBay or whatever, or keep it for themselves. It's not for you to figure out. It's not for you to know anything about. They can do whatever the hell they want once they have their autograph. If you don't want to sign it because you think they're going to do that, then say, no, I'm sorry, I'm not signing autographs today. And don't sign anybody else's. But if you skip around, that's not fair. Right?
That's the whole Johnny Manziel
Here,
perspective.
I'm going to give you something right here, Mr. Johnny Manziel. Phil Mickelson signs autographs for everybody. No matter where he is at. Somebody asks him for an autograph, he signs. He doesn't think about it. If somebody's going to take that and put it on eBay, he doesn't think about it. He signs it. You know why? Because a fan asked him to. That's why.
28 minutes after the hour, another topic we go to for the NFL. The performer for this year's Super Bowl halftime show in Arizona will be Katy Perry.
Big deal.
The pop star was part of the short list announced by the NFL in August that also included Coldplay and Rihanna.
Perfect time for me to go cook dinner.
Katy Perry. So
Big
they're doing
deal.
a lot better job, the NFL, with trying to make sure that they can have better halftime performances.
Perfect time for me to go cook dinner.
Or go to ESPN and just listen to what they have to say for the first half stats.
Exactly. You bet. Yeah, I won't watch it at all. I'll probably change the channel and go watch something else for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then come back. You know?
That's a good idea. That's what usually a lot of people could do, is just eat their Super Bowl dinner, have their snacks, and just visit for family and friends and just get away from it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Katy Perry to perform at this year's Super Bowl halftime show.
Should be fun. I'm not going to watch it, but you people should like it.
Another NFL story, Arizona coach Bruce Arians did nothing on Friday to clear up the quarterback situation for the Cardinals heading into game against the Washington Redskins. Arians said that Carson Palmer was able to throw at about 80% of his usual velocity, and after practice returned to Denver for more treatment of the damaged nerve in his throwing shoulder. Drew Stanton headed to a final concussion test after practice and could be cleared to play. So the Cardinals are playing the Redskins, still trying to get their quarterback situation worked out.
Well, the way they're playing right now, when RG3 is ready to come back, it's going to be his team. Because Cousins ain't doing a damn thing over there.
No, and you haven't seen Gary One-Arm very much.
No. He put something the other day on Facebook talking about his Redskins in the past. They said, "You still living in the past, aren't you? Because that's the only place the Redskins ever live."
Ready to run to the second commercial break and update?
Let's do our second update of the day. This update is brought to you by Keurig.com. You need coffee? You need a new coffee machine? You need some tea? You need something to hold all your coffee in? Head on over to KeurigCoffeeMachines.com. Brewing perfection, one cup at a time. That's KeurigCoffeeMachines.com. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the final update of the day.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. Final update for Sports World Radio. It is 7:31 p.m. on the East Coast, which makes it 4:31 p.m. on the West. Major League Baseball tonight on TBS at 8:07 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 5:07 p.m. Pacific Time. Kansas City Royals at Baltimore Orioles, Game 1 of the American League Championship. It'll be James Shields going up against Chris Tillman for the starting pitchers for tonight's game. Whoever takes this game will be up 1-0, but still have a long way to go to represent the American League to clinch a berth to go to the World Series. Tomorrow night on Fox Sports, it will be the St. Louis Cardinals hosting the San Francisco Giants, Game 1 of the National League Championship Series. These two teams have not played in the National League Championship Series since 2012. Cardinals blew a 3-1 lead against the Giants and lost in 7 games as the Giants went on to winning the World Series. In the NBA, here's the news that we have right now. Preseason action. There will be a lot of games to get to. We got 6 on the night for the preseason. It will be the Wizards playing the Hornets right now, 26-15, the Hornets leading. Pacers over the Magic, 27-14. Celtics at Raptors, 76ers at Timberwolves, Thunder at Mavericks, and Nuggets at Suns. In the NHL, 1 game tonight. New York Islanders at Carolina Hurricanes. 5:03 in the first period, no score. NFL, last night, the game goes to the Indianapolis Colts. They got off to a big 24-0 lead and narrowly blew the game, but they held on and won 33-28 over Houston Texans. That's your update for Sports World Radio, the final one on October 10th, 2014, Friday. This update was brought to you by KeurigCoffeeMachines.com. When we come back from the commercial break and this final update, more sports talk.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think. Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the best 2 hours of sports talk right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. What do you got there, Buckwheat?
The next topic we go right back to the NBA. The Miami Heat are saying we're rebuilding. We don't need to worry about LeBron James. And I agree. The Heat know that was a very tough blow, but focused on rebuilding and not James.
Hey, I read an article late last night, because you know me, I'm always up late last night, and I looked to see if, it wasn't that late, it was like 11 o'clock, 11:30, and I looked to see if you or Josh or anybody was on, and nobody was on, and you guys were doing your thing already. I was like, son of a bitch. Do you know that Chris Bosh says to Kevin Love, it ain't that easy playing with LeBron James, and don't expect to be doing what you did in Minnesota? How about that? You like that?
There's going to be a lot of pressure, tell me, Jeff, on Kevin Love and on that whole Cavs team. I can't wait to see just how bad the situation goes for the Cavaliers.
See if I saved that article.
And if you're the Miami Heat, you're focusing on now, the present. You can't change the past. LeBron is gone. You got to just focus on the team that you have. And Eric Spoelstra just says we could still be a team that could be tough in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, Chris Bosh is saying that it's not that easy to play with James because you have to give up so much.
True.
Yeah, I found it. Oh man, that is so awesome. I found it. And what really caught my eye was the headline. Chris Bosh warns Kevin Love that playing with LeBron James can be frustrating for stars. How about that for a headline?
Josh just sent me something. Chris Bosh was a better third wheel than Kevin Love will be.
Yes.
Better clutch shooter, Skip Bayless.
Okay, so here, this is what Chris Bosh says. Yeah, it's like more difficult taking a step back because you're used to doing something a certain way and getting looks a certain way, Bosh told the Bleacher Report recently. And then it's like, well, no, for the benefit of the team, you have to get it here. So even if you do like the left block, the volume of the left block is going to be different. Now you have to make those moves count. So with me, it was like a chess game. I'm doing this move and thinking about the next move and trying to stay 5 moves ahead, you're not getting it as much. If you got 1 or 2 a game, it's a lot different. Bosch said, you get your entry and that's it. It's like, wait a minute, I need my appetizer and my dessert and my drink. What are you doing? And my bread basket. What is going on? I'm hungry. It's a lot different. But if you can get through it, good things can happen. But it never gets easy. Even up until my last year of doing it, it never gets easier. It's going to be very difficult for him, Bosch said of Love's new task. Even if I was in this corner, I was able to tell him what to expect and what to do. It still doesn't make any difference. You still have to go through things. You still have to figure out things on your own. It's extremely difficult and extremely frustrating. He's going to have to deal with that.
I agree with what Chris Bosch is saying and giving Kevin Love this advice because he's going to another level. He's going up to a bigger level now because he's teammates with LeBron James.
Correct.
And it's going to be very tough, in my opinion, for the Cavs to be good this year. I just don't see it happening this year with the Cavs because, one, you got a coach that's never coached in the NBA, like we've always pointed out. And two, I announced that roster on the air for a few times, Jeff, that like the last few months after that big move came in July. And you got players for the Cavs that are just, one player who's 19 years old. You got players who are in their 20s. So they're trying to learn a whole new system. And it's going to be very interesting. It's not going to be – expectations, in my opinion, will not be very high.
No, come on. I don't think they're the big three like they were in Miami either.
And for Skippy Bayless, too, to say that and say that the Cavs' big three reminds him of the Chicago Bulls of the early 90s
He's crazy.
and the late 90s is a absolute joke.
He's crazy because there ain't no way that freaking Kevin Love is Scottie Pippen, so get the fuck out of here. Don't even start with me with that. Okay? Kevin Love was a big fish in a small pond on Minnesota. Now Kevin Love is a small fish in a big pond.
That's a good way to look at it.
Okay? But obviously, Skippy doesn't see it that way, and I'll have to stick some sense into his freaking dumb nullskull brain of his and show him that Kevin Love was the man in Minnesota, the big fish on a small pond. Well, Kevin Love ain't going to be the man in Cleveland. He's a small fish in a big pond because there's going to be 2 people in front of him, LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. So don't tell me I'm wrong either, Skip, because you know I'm right. And for Kevin Love to have to go and deal with that, how do you know he's going to be able to deal with that? And has Kevin Love signed an extension yet? No. So what does that tell you?
Yeah, and then he'll come up with the same old cheesy excuses that Bayless always comes up with. Josh says, this is not a video game, folks. The Cavs aren't winning anything this year. Correct, and I agree with you, Josh, because they're going to have, if there's a challenge, I'm going to be honest about it. Quite frankly, it's the Chicago Bulls. I just don't know how anybody could challenge the Bulls and think that they're going to be – the Bulls will be good this year, and they're going to be a team that I say will get it farther than the Cavs and represent the Eastern Conference, not the Cavaliers. And I still have that story, that topic I found for myself about that Las Vegas Westgate, about how the odds with the people there are saying that the Cavaliers are going to be the team that wins 58.5 games. And people who signed that book and filled it out for their prediction will have to eat those words.
Yeah, see, Josh is right. You can try and stack all the All-Stars you want into one team and automatically assume you are winning a world championship.
Right.
Yeah, they did that in Miami for 4 years, and they only won 2 of them.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. With that, we all know that when James went to Miami, we all know that the Eastern Conference was going to go past Miami because James went there and you had all the followers who followed LeBron James to Miami. Now you got the same followers who are following them right on up to Cleveland, and that's why, Browning, you are not a fan of the Cavs or the Heat. You're just a LeBron follower. I have to even point it out to even 3 other people, family of mine, who are LeBron followers, and that's why they go for them, saying, oh, we were never Heat fans. We were just a fan of LeBron James. And I just said, yep, that means you're a LeBron follower.
Right.
It's just so sad that that's the way people are. You didn't ever see me jump ship when the Celtics got rid of Pierce and Garnett, and when Ray Allen left. Stick with them now. I wear the green and white anyway, and just stick with them. You wouldn't see me be the flip-flopper like some people we know and have talked about.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you, man. I'm with you 100% on that.
It's just so sad about that's how we look at that. This is more of a bandwagon sports world that, unlike us, who has to tell it like it is.
Right. No.
And as for the West, like you said, Jeff, you say the San Antonio Spurs, even if they had to play the Cavs, be a rematch of the 2007 NBA Finals, we can see them overtaking Cleveland and winning the finals if Cleveland gets there, but highly unlikely.
Yeah, highly unlikely. I don't know what the hell Skippy is either thinking or talking about, or maybe he needs to start taking some medication.
45 minutes after the hour, running to the final commercial break, and when we come back, the Rat Bastard of the Week.
Coming up next. We'll be right back after this break. You listen to Jeff Esco and Sean Man on
Sports World Radio.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us. And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Back to Sports World Radio, the final segment of the end of the week. Oh yeah, that's right. Don't forget tomorrow, our NFL Real Talk on Sports World Radio, 9 o'clock on the East, 6 o'clock on the West. And hey, if you live in the Central,
figure it out for yourself for the people who live in the Central.
So join us for NFL Real Talk tomorrow on SportsWorldRadio.com, where we'll myself, Sean, the Big Win, Frank Sprankle, and the producer of the show, Josh Lopez, will be on the phones picking the rest of the games for the remainder of Sunday and Monday. That's tomorrow night, 9 o'clock p.m. on the East Coast, right here on SportsWorldRadio.com, NFL Real Talk. Okay, Sean, what do we got next?
The next topic we get to,
yes,
Rat Bastard of the Week.
Rat Bastard of the Week.
Josh, thank you so much. He and I have agreed that Bud Selig should be the Rat Bastard of the Week because when you think about the fact that he had to put MLB games on the MLB network, that was a joke. And then, of course, Jeff, you were frustrated about that.
Now, I was frustrated about two things that he actually did. One, that he put the game on MLB Network, and that same game that he put on MLB Network, and I believe it was the Cardinals-Dodgers game, right?
That is correct. The game was at 5 p.m. Eastern, which was 2 p.m. Pacific.
Correct. So, and it was a Dodger game, and that game was where? In St. Louis, correct?
Incorrect. Actually, it was San Francisco hosting Game 3 against the Washington Nationals, and that game...
Okay, so so that works to my advantage even better.
Mm-hmm.
So they were in San Francisco, and it was a 2 o'clock start in San Francisco, 5 o'clock start on the East Coast, correct?
Yes.
Well, hey, schmuckola. Number one, you put it on the MLB Network, and number two, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Kids are at freaking school, you jackass. You deserve to be the Rat Bastard of the Week for pulling a move like that. You always say we need to get the younger people involved in our sport. Well, don't put a freaking game on the MLB Network and put it on in the middle of the afternoon when the kids are at school and people are at work. The hell's the matter with you?
You only have a few more months to put up with them, Jeff. Then you got to deal with the new commissioner. He'll do the same things as Bud Selig.
I understand it went on at 5 o'clock on the East Coast, but guess what? People are just getting out of work at 5 o'clock on the East Coast. How the hell are they supposed to watch a game? They ain't home yet. The hell's the matter with you?
And if people work it maybe from 8 to 1 Monday through Friday or 8 to 2, then they're very, very lucky to get off work and then get home and watch the MLB playoffs.
And not only that,
on the West Coast.
What day was that, Sean? What was the day of the week on that?
That was on
middle of the week.
Tuesday.
Not only that, it was the middle of the week, and you should have put the game. Not only the game was in San Francisco, you should have started it at 7 p.m. San Francisco time, or even 5 o'clock San Francisco time. Not freaking 7 o'clock, not 2 o'clock San Francisco time. Should have started the game 7 o'clock Eastern. Unstinking believable.
Actually, it was the start of the work week, Jeff. I was just
Monday?
gonna look that up. Monday, October 6th.
Monday. So it's still start of the work week. Kids are in school. Freaking San Francisco kids are in, what the hell? I don't get it.
You just like the whole thing.
I dislike the whole thing, and I dislike Bud Selig. So good choice between you and the producer boy.
Yeah, thanks, Josh. And it was his ID first, and I said, great choice. Jeff will totally agree with this.
Who was Rat Bastard last week?
Vegas Rat Bastard week.
Who was last week?
Last week that we did, it was, let's see, there was Tom Waddle.
It was Tom Waddle.
Yeah.
For making that stupid statement, right?
Right.
Correct. Yeah. I have a feeling that Skip Bayless is coming. I have a feeling. We got 3 more weeks to go. I have a feeling he's coming.
Now, we got Skip Bayless on the list back in August for the Rat Bastard of the Week, which was August 15th. But I know we can always keep adding him because I'm sure before the end of the year, the Rat Bastard of the Year, and I know exactly who Jeff would want for the Rat Bastard of the Year.
Well, Sean, if he keeps freaking making moronic statements like that, we can't help ourselves.
Yep.
We can't help ourselves. You know? If he keeps saying stupid things, he deserves to be the Rat Bastard of the Week. Somebody else was stupider than you this week, Skip. You got lucky. Unstinking believable. Hey, really quick, you guys know I'm a WWE fan, and I know Josh is too, and I know he's listening. Hey, Josh, I just came across this article. I don't know if you've seen it yet. Just came out at 3:40 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Randy Orton signs new part-time deal with WWE. How about that? I'll send you the link once the show is over and I turn my other Skype on. Part-time deal. He's getting a little old, ain't he?
Yes, he is.
So we got the NFL Real Talk tomorrow on Sports World Radio. Don't forget I got Chillin'. He won't be. I got Chillin' tomorrow night, an hour before Sports World Radio. So join us for that. Over there, Chillin' and with Jeff and Kenny C.com, I believe it is. Who the hell knows? It's on TMZ Cafe, wherever the hell it is. I don't know. I never even go into the chat room. And we got the Real Talk tomorrow, so we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. Got anything for me before we get the flock out of here?
Which is week 6 for the NFL. Let's see. Other stuff we got. Let's see. Likely that the NFL will be playing in LA. How about this one? Another topic. Panthers uncertain he'll start at running back.
Who?
Running back D'Angelo Williams will miss his second straight game with a high ankle sprain, Rivera said Friday. It's a big loss for the Panthers.
They play Cincinnati, too.
Panthers are having a big problem right now. Even though they beat the Bears, they're going into a Cincinnati team going up against them, which is going to be very tough to beat.
You know what's another intriguing game this week, too?
What's that?
Pittsburgh-Cleveland.
Wes would agree with you there because, Wes, I would be a bit concerned because the last time your team played against Cleveland, since you're a big Pittsburgh Steeler fan, I'll rephrase it. Pittsburgh almost blew a 21-point lead.
And you know why we don't see Adrian, right? Because Baltimore's off this week, so he won't be around.
True.
Right? But,
right.
Yeah, we're looking at, that Cleveland-Pittsburgh game, that's going to be a tricky game to pick. The Tennessee-Jacksonville game is not a freaking easy game to pick neither. Jacksonville might get their first win there.
Jacksonville needs something to cheer about since they're not doing very well.
I'm sorry, Baltimore does not have a bye this week. They're playing Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay beat Pittsburgh already. So a lot of intriguing games this week. It should be a lot of fun. Join us for tomorrow night on NFL Real Talk on Sports World Radio to get my picks, Sean's picks, Frank's picks, and Josh's picks. Tomorrow night, commercial-free, 1 hour. You guys are going to love it. We have a lot of fun doing
I'll be ready to hear that, Josh, for your upset picks for the NFL Real Talk.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got some good upset picks this week.
Unlike Skippy Bayless, who says Dallas is going to be the upset special of the weekend. They'll go into Seattle and they'll win, and then he'll be talking big.
If everything goes according to the way I'm hoping it goes, by the end of the weekend, Dallas, Philadelphia, and the Giants will all be sitting at 4-2 and all tied for first place. I
see that happening.
Sean, that's what I am praying for. Okay, that's what I would like to see. I need Dallas to lose to Seattle. Giants need to beat Philadelphia. And Dallas, Giants, and Philly are all tied for first. And now the NFC East, that has been a very dominant division in the past, has just become that again. Hasn't it? If that happens on Sunday.
Then you got a real big battle in the NFC East. It could go right down the wire in December, which is December 28th.
Now all of a sudden, that division is strong again, like it was in the past. Correct.
Correct.
If that happens on Sunday, so I'm hoping Seattle kicks the living crap out of Dallas, just to shut Skippy up, and then the Giants beat Philadelphia, and then we're all three tied for first place, and the only person that's sitting in last place, and I'll be there for the rest of the season, is Gary and Washington Redskins. That's how I need it to roll, bro. That's how I want it to fall. And I really, 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 really would like to see the Jets beat Denver, but we all know that ain't happening.
That would be a miracle for the Jets to go into Denver. They'd have to keep Manning off the field and overcome the altitude.
Maybe if they play both their quarterbacks at the same time, they'll have a chance, the Jets. Hey, did you hear what Michael Vick said?
Did
you hear that?
Something, but I don't know if I have the whole thing right. What did he say?
He was unprepared to go to the game, to go into the game against Unprepared? You're a professional football player. You're one play away from being put into the game, Michael Vick. You should be prepared and ready to go at a moment's notice. You're a professional football player. How are you unprepared? That's disgusting, Michael Vick.
That's right. I did hear him say he was unprepared.
That's disgusting, Michael Vick. You should be shot for that. You're one play away from being put into the game, and you're not prepared? Unbelievable.
Wow.
Unstinking believable. Right, Sean?
Yeah, so much frustration and dysfunction with the Jets and the way the whole season's going for them, 1-4 after 5 games.
Yep, but join us tomorrow night for our NFL Real Talk. Until then, my friends, we had a great time today. Remember, you only have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable. Peace out, everybody. We will see you tomorrow for NFL Real Talk. Enjoy the baseball game tonight. Enjoy your weekend. Take care, everybody. For Sean Mann, I'm Jeff Escal. This has been Sports World Radio. Peace out, bitches.
Goodbye, everybody, and enjoy the American League Championship Series and the National League Championship Series tomorrow. Have a great weekend.
Hey, boys, Stimpy. We sure had fun today, kid. So long, kids. Come on, Stimpy, say goodbye.
Where are we going?
The show's over.